is intellectual Sufism, and Junaid of Baghdad, again Iraq, is typical of it, died 911. Junaid is a Sufi theoretician. That is to say, he offered a theoretical framework of Sufism. And one of the things he did was give a terminology of Sufism. So he comes up with terms that describe major Sufi ideas and thoughts. And one set of terms is Fanah and Baqa. The word Fanah means annihilation or loss. Of course, it means self-loss. You lose yourself. But just as in the beginning I said, the word mysticism, origin, the Greek word mu'ain, meaning you close your eyes or lips, you close your eyes to the world, but you open them to another world. Likewise, when you experience fana or self-loss or self-annihilation, that does not mean you cease to exist. It means you cease to exist as an individual human being. You become part of God in some sense. You are like a drop that merges back into the ocean and experiences self-loss, but in experiencing that self-loss, the drop becomes an ocean. So the word baqa means subsistence or survival. So the drop of water loses itself, but then it survives in the form of the ocean. Fana and baqa are some of the key terms in Sufism. Then there's Theosophical Sufism. The word theosophy literally means God, wisdom, a religious mystical approach. And in a theosophical approach, this is associated with a great Sufi. His name is Ibn Arabi, who was in Muslim Spain. Then he came over to the Islamic East. 1240. He propounded what is known as the doctrine of the unity of being. That is, all of existence is a unity, a monistic concept. That is, everything is one. Some writers say that he is pantheistic. Others deny it, but that's his reputation. Pantheistic, that is, everything is God. Pantheism. Everything is theos, God. This has a Neoplatonic background. If you study philosophy, then Neoplatonism was a movement that sought to unify two strands of Greek thought, Platonic and Aristotelian. And it was said that these two great masters seem to differ with each other, but really they're saying the same thing. And so an attempt, actually more than one attempt, was made to synthesize the ideas of Plato and Aristotle. And the person, the scholar, the philosopher who is best known in this connection is Plotinus in the 3rd century of the Christian era. He was at the Academy of Alexandria. And he has exercised a tremendous influence on Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And Jewish, Christian, and Muslim philosophy becomes practically incomprehensible, some aspects of it, I should say, without an understanding of Neoplatonism. So Theosophical Sufism has this Neoplatonic background. In Neoplatonism, very, very briefly, what happens is you start with the notion of the one, capital O. That is, there's just one existent, or all existence is one, and everything is then derived from that through the notion of emanation. Emanation means outflow. That is, reality flows out of itself and then gives rise to 1, 2, 3, ultimately to the world of multiplicity and diversity as we know it. So originally, everything is one. And then from that one is derived the multiplicity of the phenomenal world.